Thank you everyone for showing up. Extremely excited this morning to introduce our new head women's basketball coach. He's a local product. He's been very successful where he's been. He's an up-and-coming leader that we're excited to have be a part of our program. I've been amazed at how many alumni and people in the community who have reached out to me to show their excitement for Tim, for the direction of the women's basketball program. He brings an unmatched energy and passion that we're excited to have here in our department. He has a commitment for the student athlete's success on and off the court that we're excited to see what he's going to do and where he's going to take this program. He fits our institution well, our department well, the community well. He also is connected across the country from the numerous amounts of camps that he has run at a high level. So we're excited just the connections that he's going to bring to what we're doing here at Fresno Pacific. He's committed to excellence in every area of growing and excelling in a Division II NC2A program. So it is with great pleasure for me to introduce our new head women's basketball coach, Tim Beauregard.
Hello. First, want to just thank everybody, President Kriegbaum, the committee, and all the alumni that have reached out, and a lot of people in this room that have kind of helped with this transition as far as coming on board. Feel very blessed. I'm immediately, my number one kind of priority with the program here and the history that I have with this program, the passion and the love that I have for this program is to instill some excitement and some energy right away. Some confidence in the players in the community, reconnect with the alumni. Those things are really important to me. Reconnecting with the community is, I think, vital for the success of this program. And so I think the cornerstone, as I kind of thought about it, how is that worded correctly? And for me, it's a relentless pursuit of excellence. And I think that that's what I'm going to consistently instill in this program and my players, is that we are going to consistently and relentlessly pursue excellence in everything that we do. I truly believe that excellence is a lifelong process of being better than you were yesterday. Whatever that was, how can we be better in all of those aspects, and having fun while we do that, while we pursue excellence. I firmly believe that if you're not laughing, you're not learning. And so there's going to be some excitement, some energy. We're going to be focused. We're going to clock in when it's time to clock in and go to work. But we're also going to do that with the mindset of this should be a fun time in their lives and a fun time in our lives. And we're going to bring some excitement, some energy, and some fun that way. I believe that basketball, and this is just the way that I've been brought up with my family and basketball when I first got into it with camps, is that basketball is a vessel. And we're going to use basketball and use our program and use the university and use academics as a vessel to grow these student athletes to be better in all areas. And that's the main goal for me. I truly believe that this life stage in a student athlete's life is one of the most vital. The self-actualization of coming into your own, trying to figure out who you are, how do I define myself outside of my family construct, and who do I want to be? These really difficult life questions that you ask yourself, this is the time that it happens. And I believe that when you can culture an environment and a culture that helps and aids in asking those difficult questions and really challenging yourself, I think that's where we can find success. Other side of that is relentlessly pursuing excellence on the court. And I believe that we are a basketball program, and if we're not doing that, we're failing. There has to be the basketball as a vessel, but we have to pursue excellence as a team on the court. And one of the things that's really important to me is play hard, play smart, play together. Exactly what we'll do, I'm not sure. We'll figure that out once we have our team and we figure out our strengths and our weaknesses and we pursue excellence in those areas. But playing hard, playing smart, and playing together is something that you can expect. And then the other thing is the way that I coach, a bit of a player's coach where I'm not going to coach robots. I want to teach them how to play basketball, how to make basketball-type decisions, and how to pursue being the best that they can be with what we have constructed on the court. And so that'll be vital for me. And I think that from my experience, players like that. They like to have some autonomy on the court. And I think that that's something that I plan on giving them and making sure that they can be basketball players. I think that's really important for me. And then the other part for me that is just the exciting part is infusing the community, the alumni, the campus, our staff, getting new fans, just infusing all of that with some energy and some excitement. And I think that it's time for that next chapter of some excitement around here, and we're excited about getting to work on that. Lastly, I'll finish with this, and this is kind of goes back to the infusing the community and the alumni and everybody that's a part of this. Is I truly believe that leadership is a community's capacity to shape the future. It's not one person. It's not just a group. It's a community's capacity to shape and mold the future. And so that's my plan, is to, if we're going to be successful in a women's basketball realm, then we also have to be pursuing a community with everybody that's involved, and that's the best way for us to kind of pursue that excellence. So, questions?
Tim, talking about your recruiting network, how you're going to go about building the program through recruiting, and where specifically you'll recruit from, whether it's locally or nationally.
Yeah, I think you have to be open to everywhere. A player that can come in and help our program and fit our culture can be anywhere. With that said, I'm a firm believer that there are a handful of student athletes within a 30-mile or 40-mile radius very close to us that fit those things and that can help us excel to the next level. So priority one is our backyard. I think all too often student athletes in this area are getting plucked and going to other schools and whatnot. We want to make it a priority that that doesn't happen on our watch, and that we pursue those student athletes that are local, and then that we stretch our reach. I've got a lot of contacts throughout the country and outside, just from my camps and coaching background, that I will connect and I will listen to, and we will pursue any student athlete that fits what we're trying to do. But priority one is making sure that those local student athletes have a place that is at the top notch of a program that they can go to. And I think that could be this.
Yeah, Tim, you want to touch on your style of play? What can fans that come to a game here expect from you guys?
Yeah. Like I said, play hard, play smart, play together. That will be the motto. I'm not a coach that's coming in with a specific system, that this is what we're running. I'm not naive to the fact that I have some recruiting to do to solidify our team, and I'm not sure what that's going to look like. So at the end of the day, and this is a promise that I've made every current player on the roster, is that they have a clean start, a fresh start, that they're not pigeonholed on the role that they had last year, but that we are going to work diligently together to define what roles make the most sense for us to pursue that excellence on the court. And so for me, there's certain aspects that I want to do, but at the end of the day, I'm going to make sure that I put them in the best possible scenario to be successful. There's certain things, the playing hard, the playing smart, and the playing together. I think there's desire skills that you have to have. Sprinting the floor, boxing out, diving on a loose ball, those are desire skills. We're going to be expected to do those things in our program. As far as style of plays, I want to get the ball, I want to push, and see if we can get early opportunities to score. And I want to pressure on defense, and the nuances and the intricacies from that point on will be determined, but we'll put them in the best possible situation to succeed.
And talk about your commitment to academic success, kind of how that'll play itself out in your program, and how you'll go about preparing student athletes for life.
Yeah. Well, student athletes, and I say that a lot, is the student comes first for a reason. They have to be pursuing excellence in the classroom for them to even be an athlete. And so that's going to be an absolute priority for us, is to make sure that we're giving them the resources that they need, that we are intertwined in their success off the court just as much as we are on the court, making sure that they have a support system. And I think it's really vital on that to make sure that you wear different hats, that you have situational leadership qualities to meet each player where they are when it comes to academics, athletics, and anything other, and making sure that you're giving each person what they need to be successful. Each student needs something slightly different. You need to make sure that you're in tune with that you have the heartbeat of what that is, and that you can help however you can in those realms. And so that's really important, and that's the staple. That's why we're here. This is an educational institution, and we have the unique opportunity to use sports, use academics, use faith, and intertwine them to make them better people in all areas. And that's the end goal, right?
Yeah, Tim, you touched on the importance specific goals that you have in mind to get the alumni back involved in the program?
Yeah, I've been just astonished with how many alum that I've had the opportunity to talk to over the course of the last 6 or 7 days of the whirlwind, and connecting with them through this process has been a lot of fun. They're there, and they're excited, and they're willing, and they're ready to be a part of this program. And I believe that we have to be very concerted in our effort to make sure that they are welcome, and that we set up events and different things to get them back on the campus, that we have them talking to our current student athletes. We're talking about alumni over the course of the last 20 years who went through the process of being a student athlete and now are business owners and mothers and successful citizens. We want them to come back and pour into our student athletes. If our goal is to relentlessly pursue excellence and use basketball as a vessel to make them better, that has to be a cornerstone of saying, meet these alumni who have been where you are and who have learned the life lessons of going through these things, and connect those, having them come in and do devos, having them come to practices, having them come to meals, be a part of fundraising events for us. Those types of things are vital.
And you touched on community involvement. Could you talk a little more about what that looks like under your leadership in the program?
Sure. It mirrors the alumni relations. I believe that if you have a good community involvement, you probably have a good alumni involvement. If you have a good alumni involvement, you probably have a good community involvement. And you can kind of lump fundraising into there as well. They all feed off of each other. And so the ability to connect with our community, get people in the stands, get them excited about this program is really important. And so I think it all kind of goes together. It all feeds to one another. But it's important that we get out there and we shake some hands and we introduce ourselves and we make people feel wanted and invested in our student athletes' success, so that they can come be a part and give their time for us. You two have actually hit your question quota, so. If there's anybody else. I saw you changing your voice a little bit to sound like somebody else. I can still see you.
Tim, let me see if I can frame this properly.
Yes.
You've been at the pinnacle of NCAA Division II basketball. You've seen the standard. You see the standard of this conference as well. Touch a little bit on what it's going to take for you to take this program to that standard of competition, given the current culture of it. Do you have a time frame? And given the fact that you have a modest budget.
Yeah. I think, first and foremost, there's immediate changes that can be made. You touched on culture and just the excitement and fusing energy. I've talked to every current player on the roster, and they're excited for a fresh start and a new beginning, and they are putting their effort and their energy into getting better in every realm. And so there's things that I think we'll see right away, both on the court and off, just with the excitement and playing hard, playing smart, playing together. Those types of things we'll see right away. This is a tough conference. This is a tough division. I'm not naive to the amount of work that has to be done, and things don't change overnight. There's going to be a couple of things that I think my players are going to hear consistently with me. Control the controllables. There's just certain things that you can't control, but you can control your attitude and your effort, and you can put forth a great attitude and effort each day. So those types of things will make immediate changes. Understanding who we play and the level that they're at, and figuring out ways to pursue competing with those teams is going to be vital. And a lot of that comes to recruiting higher level athletes that also fit the culture, I think is vital. And, you know, I used to say, do more with less. I don't phrase it like that anymore. It's do the best you can with what you have. And regardless of what we have, we can pursue excellence with that. Budget-wise, recruit-wise, player-wise, we're going to do the best we can with what we have. And I think that if you do that year after year and you're pursuing that excellence, success will come. And I don't think it's going to be, hey, here's my 8-year plan and we're going to be completing at the highest level. I think that it can happen quickly, and the first and biggest step of that is shifting the culture, getting some excitement, and recruiting athletes that fit Fresno Pacific, both on and off the court, fit this division, both on and off the court. Those things are really important.